Hey y'all, this is Deborah. Welcome to my channel. This is the November update for the Roulette Pan collab. I have some good progress this month. That was really fun. So just to start, I'm going to start with the things that I am rolling out. Prompt number 25 was a product you think is overpriced. That was my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder in the shade 1.5 Fair. I had a goal of 10 uses on this product, and I finished that. I started out at this top mark, and 10 uses brought me down to the next mark. So if I extrapolate that down, I've probably got another 60 uses in this. So maybe it's not necessarily as overpriced as I thought it was, but we'll see. That's part of the fun of panning for me, is figuring out that, how long it's going to take me to use things, how to be more efficient with them, how to work with something until it does work, or I can really figure out it doesn't. And one of those things that I have done was the next item, number 93, something yellow. I used this Bareminerals Mineralist palette in the Sunlit palette. It is all sorts of beautiful fall colors. I have decided that I don't like this palette. I still don't like this palette. Some of these are, it's really cute. You can like take this whole thing apart, clip off the elastic and throw it away. There's no metal or magnets or mirrors in here. That's all very nice. But y'all, these shadows are a hot mess. This really light shadow here is called Sandy. That describes not just the color, but the texture as well. It's almost, when you feel it, it's almost gritty. It's terrible. And shadow going over the top of it, if you use it to set down your base, it ends up really patchy. And things that you put down over the top of it end up really patchy. So I'm not fond of this shade at all. I almost want to put it in a mortar and pestle and see if I can make it a little finer and repress it, but I'm not that adventurous today. These other shimmers are really pretty, but they are very powdery. They're not as pigmented as you would think. With a brush, they just fly off everywhere in every direction. I was trying to use one the other day, and it flicked off the brush, and I ended up with a stripe of shadow down the side of my nose. That was not a good look. They actually go on much better if you use your finger. So I will probably continue to use some of these shades, because once you get them on your eyes and they stick, they're actually very pretty. This bronzy olive kind of shade is really, really lovely. If you can get it to stay where you put it, but I am glad to be not tied to this palette. Use it just when I want to, not because I have to. I'm ready to get rid of that one. The third product was number 12, something that begins with the first letter of my name, which was the OPI shade Dulce de Leche. I like this. This is still one of my favorite nail polishes. I may actually try to pan this next year. I had a 5-use goal on it, and I'm not one of these people. I don't do my nails every couple of days. It might be like a Saturday thing. But I have actually used this 4 times on fingers and once on toes. So 5 uses, and I'm rolling this one out so that I can put something else in. But I will continue to use this one because I really, really, this is kind of my kind of color. I usually wear kind of beige, nude, barely pink colors on my nails. I don't tend to wear anything really flashy. Not usually. I really like this though. All right, so the last one that I have really good use on and finished my usage goal was the Raspberry Glacé lipstick from Clinique. nobody should be surprised that I use that. I'm actually wearing it now, wearing it today. It is just, like I said, it's one of my favorites. It was no trouble to get 10 uses out of this at all. Not a single it was no burden at all. And I'll continue to use that one. All right, the ones that I have made some progress on but not finished. The first one is item number 10, or prompt number 10, my Hogwarts house colors, which will be silver and blue for Ravenclaw. This is the Ice Baby palette from Essence. And I really love these colors, but they are scary to me. I am not a blue eyeshadow girl. I'm just not. I was a teenager in the late 70s, early 80s, and blue eyeshadow was just, I'm still traumatized. But I have used this 3 times this month, and now that the Sunlit palette is finished, I'm going to be a little more diligent about working on these other 2 palettes. So this one is 3 uses. I have 7 uses left to go. The other item was a product from a controversial brand, and that was the Vintage Rose palette from Morphe, because there's always some kind of drama going on with Morphe. I have used this palette 5 times. It's a beautiful kind of peachy, mauve, just a really nice neutral palette. I have discovered, however, I've used this 5 times. I have discovered, however, that some of these shimmers, especially this shimmer right here, is just about straight up glitter. It looks like a shimmer in the pan, but when you put it on, it looks like glitter. And I'm not a real glitter girl. I love shimmers. I like shimmery shimmers. But when you put it on and it looks really chunky and it's falling glitter everywhere, I don't like that at all. But the mattes in here are really, really nice. Really nice. So I'm really kind of looking forward to playing with this one a little more. Just need 5 more uses on it, and that one will roll out. So moving those 4 items, the Light Wonder, the Sunlit palette, the Dulce de Leche, and the lipstick, that gives me room for 4 more to come in. So I've already rolled those and chosen those. Item number 60 is a perfume, and I am putting this travel spray size in to use it up completely. This is My Way by Armani. I like this. I like this one. My husband's not real fond of it, I don't think, because when you first put it on, it is loud. And in about 15 minutes, it kind of settles down into something very nice and very fresh. It does have a little bit of projection, but when you first put it on, those opening notes are a statement. And usually that's what he gets, is me spraying it and going out the door. So I don't think he's real fond of it, so he might be glad that I'm planning to use this up and get rid of it out of the collection. I do like it though, because I live with it the rest of the day. He just lives with it in the morning. So I'm planning on using that one, getting my money's worth out of that one and using that one up. All right, number 64 is this next one that's rolling in. That's a cool toned item, and for that one I'm rolling in the Benefit Gimme Brow Plus in the shade Gray. Benefit is not cruelty free, so I'm really sad that I won't be able to continue using this product after I finish this one, because most brow products tend to be on the warm side. Even those that are like an ash brown tend to, for those of us with champagne silver hair, tend to pull kind of orange. I mean, it's just the way of things. So I was really excited to get a hold of the cool gray pencil and the gray, and it's a dark, but it's a cool cool toned gray. So my goal is to use this up. I've had it for a while and it's getting to be a little thick and a little occasionally chunky. So I'm probably going to add a couple of drops of contact lens solution in here and revive it so I can get my money's worth out of it, be responsible with it, and use it up. But my goal is to finish this one. Let's see. The third product I'm rolling in is a product that seems never ending, and that is my Lancome Teint Idole concealer, and this is in the shade 110 Ivory. You can't really see, I don't know what the deal is with the container, but it's almost like it's painted on the inside, because I can't see, you can't see on the outside anything. And I've had this for 6-8 months. No, I got it in February. So, yeah. I don't have any idea how much is still in here. I love it. It's a really, really, it doesn't crease. If I set it with some powder right after I put it down, it doesn't crease. It doesn't move. A little bit goes a long way, but it's actually pretty light. I don't know. I just don't have any way of telling how much is still in here. I didn't weigh it when I first got it, so I don't know. But that's my product that seems never ending because I can't tell at all how much I've got. All right, my last product that I'm rolling in is item 94, and the prompt is your least expensive eyeshadow palette. Now I'm taking a little bit of liberty with this prompt because Estee Lauder eyeshadows are by no means in least expensive anything, okay? But this eyeshadow palette was decluttered to me by my mom, so to me it cost me nothing. It was one that she got in one of the large gift sets. She doesn't wear very much makeup at all, and so she said, "I'll never use all that. Do you want it?" I said, "Of course I do." Estee Lauder eyeshadows are not known for being heavily pigmented. They're not, but they are fairly buildable. And the formulas, I've never really had, they're not exciting, but I don't have trouble with them, I hope that makes sense. So this palette is actually an eye and blush palette. There are 12 shades of eyeshadow and 2 blushes. Even this beautiful, this is actually a dark purple, and it actually is fairly, it's actually pretty lightly pigmented, but it is buildable. But it's just a really nice kind of gray purple, and it almost make a really nice transition shade, depending on what else you wanted to do with it. So this is the one I am not. I don't have any specific goals for this one. I just want to make sure I get plenty of uses out of it. So I think I'm going to say 15 uses. I'm going to make a goal of 15 uses with this palette because I think this palette I can get a lot of there's a lot of shades in here that I can use for transition shades and for shades for setting down eye primer. So I think I'm going to go 15 shades, 15 uses with this one. And this will probably be my Pan That palette for next year. I've never done a Pan That palette. And all of my palettes are fairly new, including this one that my mom like barely used. So I don't want to start with some, 28 pan Morphe palette that's, a foot deep and an inch around. So those are the items that I am starting, and I look forward to seeing what everybody else is doing for the Roulette Pan collab. Thanks. Have fun. Bye, y'all.